breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page lies, it's about to begin. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. And he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
And good morning, TGIF, everyone. As we watch footage from Tropical Storm Ada back here in Pinellas County last November, there I am. What's up? Good morning. We were live last night. Must be tropical season. We're live twice a day now. So we did a quickie last night, let everybody know what was going on. And we're going to chit-chat for a little while here on our daily brew at the ABC Fine Wine and Spirit Studio here. What's up, everybody? So Facebook takes a while to notify. So Kevin, they called it a blob. I love it. It takes everybody a while, so we spend a few minutes saying hello. Sometimes it doesn't kick on everybody's feed right away, and mine was a little late today. Anyway, say good morning, Tamara. How you doing? What's up, Ashley Barfield, Jennifer Thompson? What's up, Shane from Marathon? Connie from Eglin Air Force Base. You got some rain coming. This is Hunter, by the way. What's up, James? Thank you, Bill, for the thanks. Appreciate it. We've been officially talking about this system now since Christmas. Right, Hunter? So, hey, listen. So, I got a cool picture I got to show you. Look at that. I was at ABC yesterday. The official alcohol store of Mike's Twitter page. But they had one can left. One can. But it's in the cooler now. Everybody was trying to get it in the cooler. They have it in the cooler now. So pretty exciting to see our beer in the cooler section. So buy some for Father's Day at ABC. Right? They have a joke on their Facebook page. Hey, Dad, do you remember the joke that I told you about my spine? And the kid says no. Dad said it was about a week back. Hey, Bobby, yeah, this is the story of PTC snoring, right? He does pretty good looking, though. All right, so let's put him down. This is Hunter, by the way. Everybody named Hunter last season when we got him. He's a year old. So, yeah, it's Friday. Big thanks to ABC for sure. We got a lot of stuff to show you. Good idea, Lisa. Cheers, man. We're drinking coffee in the morning, though. Way too early for that kind of stuff. For sure. All right, so let's put on the official track. So we got this thing called a PTC, right? What the heck's a PTC? PTC, It's called. Oh no, it's Lisa. It's the same beer. It's just they have a different can. But anyway, PTC, potential tropical cyclone. So years ago, they couldn't issue watches or warnings unless we actually had a storm. So it's frustrating because like a situation like this where there's high confidence this is going to become named, we are within 24 hours of landfall, and they wouldn't be allowed to issue watches or warnings until we had a named storm. So this is great for public safety because now they can issue watches and warnings outside the 2-day window that they're supposed to, and do it before a storm's actually designated. So it's props to the NHC for that, because we would have been looking at a situation where there'd be no cone. Everybody'd be like, where's it going? We got a storm coming tonight. Marilyn, that wasn't mine. That was ABC's joke. So anyway, all right. A couple more hellos. So do I need to buy beer, Shannon? Well, yeah, you always should buy beer, especially when there's tropicals. Captain Crunch kind of morning, Mark. God, I remember that. So we talk about 70s and 80s sitcoms, right? Do you remember all the cereal that we ate as kids? Like, I can name... I must have been the most cereal-eating kid in the world. All right, we're going to talk tropics. We got a lot to show. Hey, look, the spaghetti models have finally caught up. Look at that. That was this is Tropical Tidbits. But look, finally, the spaghetti models were confused. Upper Louisiana. Hey, we showed Cristobal a couple weeks ago. We said, hey, could be a repeat. And sure enough, this is where the tropics go in June. You know? So listen, so the big threat coming is flooding, okay? So unfortunately, somebody's going to get 12 inches plus. So one of our big supporters of the page, Frank Dalton, is a big MWP fan. Coastal Claims. So if you ever need an insurance claim, you call a guy like this company up and down the southeast here, and they will get you a lot more money. And so many of our drunk donkeys have told us stories over the years that if you get a claim after a storm or any type of damage, now that we're talking tropics, you get a lot more money going through a insurance adjuster. So support them if you need one, because they support us. They're fellow MWPs. Got a lot of great reviews, but definitely get more money when you need it. This is why. Look at this. Here's the latest. So, official latest rain totals are 6 to 10 inches. This is a large area of 6 to 10 inches of rain. I shared a graphic a few minutes ago that the Euro and GFS are showing pockets of possibly 12 inches plus here as we get rain training. Unfortunately, when you get these tropical systems that go north, sometimes you get these spiraling rain bands that just continually pump rains in the same areas. So rain training is always a problem. These are more like conservative estimates. Pockets can receive much higher. So that's a pretty large area for 6 to 10 inches. New Orleans is included in that. And we have a high flood risk here today and tomorrow. We got to worry about flash flooding potential. Here we go. So this is pretty significant. Day 1, day 2, and then day 3. So this is a combined total. The next 3 days through Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look, a large area that could be having flooding issues. So that's pretty big time. So this is definitely, look, even though a landfall potentially here, right? Everything's on the east side. We've been talking about that. Sloppy early season systems have a lot more action on the east side. Who's got a new cereal? What kind of cereal are we talking about? Toop cereal. What the hell is Toop cereal? Anyway, got me in a cereal mood all of a sudden. All right, so there's that. Let me show you our Facebook I just posted, by the way. These are the 3 different maps. So we have 3 maps here. I was trying to open. Let's go here. It might be easier right here. Sometimes it's hard to open Facebook inside of Facebook. So here's your official National Weather Service rains through Monday morning. They're showing a max at 8.9, and the heaviest areas right there. Okay. We keep talking about this little pocket right here, Panama City-ish, Destin-ish. Big questions as far as how much you guys are going to get. Evan, we can look at the name. What's up, Evan? Tia wants bacon. You know, we're camping next week. That means a lot of bacon. So, the big question is how much rain we're going to get in the Panhandle. We're still looking at a little bit of boost here in Middle Alabama, Georgia, Sunday night. Euro's been showing that too. So, watch for heavier rains, possibly some winds. The big question mark here is the East Coast. I'm going to show you here. The Euro is still showing a stronger system than the GFS, so we could have some windy conditions Sunday night, Monday, especially here across the eastern mid-Atlantic. So that's another thing we're going to talk about. So here's the one map. All right, now look. Here is the Euro. And the Euro is showing a little bit more aggressive pockets of rain. Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Pensacola. It's all where this rain train sets up. It's impossible to know exactly, but what this is saying is that could shift to the left or the right, and somebody's going to get that much rain. So, you know, Euro 12.5 inches max, the GFS 10 inches max. But again, there's that little pocket of rain. So that's what we're watching for that. That's kind of been the story. I got some estimated radar here too before I forget. Kind of give you a timing. Let's go to the NAM. Well, NAM's behind 6Z. Well, no, it's kind of caught up. So here's about where we're at right now. So the timing of rain everybody's always worried about. So here's what's happening. So we have Sunday's this. Let me get out of my little window here. Sunday our system is going to. God darn it! I hate it. I can't hit those tabs. I got to come around. So Sunday, when our system's here, we're going to have a stretch of moisture still feeding down here, pulling up moisture from the Gulf. So unfortunately for Sunday, we're still going to have squall lines pushing across to watch. This has been the pattern, but let me show you. You know, throughout the day today, this has been this is very consistent noontime. You know it's coming. This is this afternoon. There's the rain really coming up. Important thing to note here is this. All right, so as daytime heating comes, we have the potential for tornadoes coming in off of the Gulf. We have a marginal risk, but they talk about tornadoes possible. Let's go down here to Gulf Coast. So a lot of big words, but bottom line, the instability of the squall lines can definitely produce tornadoes for the next 3 days. Okay, there's today, we're going to have pretty much the same area tomorrow, maybe push east a little bit. There we go into Florida. There's that line again. This is the big question mark. How far east does it go? But that's tomorrow, storm potential. And then on Sunday, it actually stretches into the mid-Atlantic there in Georgia. So just remember that, especially off the Gulf, these squall lines can produce tornadoes. Spin up. A lot of them are just Doppler indicated. A lot of them don't even touch the ground. But when you got a 30, 40, 50 mile an hour supercell spinning, then sometimes a Doppler picks it up as tornado. So hopefully we don't get any, but there's always that possibility. But back to the radar. This is the afternoon. Big question mark here. God darn it, there I go again. You got to go around the tabs, hit my button, and go back there. All right, so yesterday, big question mark. I know we have a lot of people watching from the Florida Peninsula. So yesterday we had some surprise storms push in from the Gulf, and I didn't think it was going to happen. It did happen. We had 2.5, almost 3 inches of rain here in Oldsmar. Our pool's overflowing, and our lake is back. Mother Nature has a way of evening things out. Hurricane hunters are in. Cool. We'll look at that, Travis. We'll look at surge here in a second, Robbie. Yes, there's a surge map out. Lake Pontchartrain. Hey, Tia. Yep, it's going right up there. So anyway, if you're on the Florida West Coast today, just today. You know, we got a big surge of moisture still out there. The storm is starting to consolidate a little bit. So I don't know if we're going to see as much. So we're going to look more and more at the storm. I think timing is important on rains. Everyone wants to know that. Then we're going to get into what's going on right now. But it is starting to bubble right over where that northern vorticity is right now. And I'll show you all that in a second. So the big question today, I don't know. That's why I put a question mark there. Yesterday we had a lot more of this here. And we really aren't seeing that. So high pressure starting to build in over Florida. You can see it great right here. Check this out. Let's go up about 700 millibars. So high pressure spin clockwise, right? And there you go. So high pressure usually dries things up a little bit. So high pressure, see the spin clockwise? This is the same spin that's actually accelerating our system north. So this high pressure is going to slide over a little bit over Florida, and it's going to dry things up for about there. Especially tomorrow and Sunday. So that's what's happening now. So we're going to dive into all that here in a little bit. Let me go back to the rain map. So question mark there. We got that out of the way. This is this afternoon. Here we go. See, there's a little pocket being predicted tonight, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. So, question marks tonight. But heavy rains overnight tonight. Secondary tail setting up tomorrow, 6 a.m. See that? That's the area. Mississippi, Alabama, eastern Louisiana and the Florida Panhandle. I mean, this whole general area right here is the highest concentration of rains. And that's what we've been showing for days. But here's tomorrow morning. There you go. Here's another tail of moisture. This is tomorrow noon. You can see the question mark. What's really going to happen here? But there's our rain starting to make it inland Saturday night. Here's midnight Saturday night, and here's going into Sunday morning. So here's Sunday at 7 a.m. This is that question mark. Tail of moisture tagging along. That's why we have increased storm chances still on Sunday, because look, we can still have more lingering here following along. It's like, this is Mama Duck, that little baby duck's like, hey, Mama Duck. And these little guys, wait for me, wait for me. So, that's that. And what's coming down, unfortunately for you guys, look at this. This is not good. Since we're here talking. So the reason this thing's curving out of the way, so we have a weakness. We have high pressure. We have a weakness coming. And all along, this has kind of been the weather pattern. As the euro tries to open here. Euro. Here we go. So basically, this is what we've got. We got high, low, and we got a front coming down. Now watch what happens Tuesday, Wednesday. So we fast forward here, and here's Tuesday. What is Monday? It is Monday. So our system turns ahead of this approaching front. And we got this. This is Sunday, actually. It rewound on me. But so we have an approaching front that picks up our system. It pushes it out to the Atlantic. But look what's coming down the line. This is Tuesday. Another front. So there you go. More rain. Cheers to more rain. More rain Tuesday and Wednesday. Holy cow, we got 945 stars. Man, you just sent me a galaxy, Brad. Hey, David. Yep, it's going to be pretty dry for most in Florida Peninsula today. Texas is going to get very little, if any. This front's coming along at the right time and getting it out of the way. In fact, we can take a look at that real quick. We got so much to look at in so little time. So, hey, we're going to softball this weekend. Guess what? The dogs are sleeping over at the vets today. First time ever. Fronts, Bobby, yeah, fronts make hurricane season interesting. That's our number one steering mechanism. For sure. All right, so here is let's just kind of show you a little bit what's going on. And then we're going to get right back in. We're going to get right into this system. So here's Saturday. Here's high pressure. here's that front coming down. Our system's going to feel that weakness, and it might hug a little bit closer to the eastern seaboard, actually. Let's show you that real quick, and then we'll get into the tropics here. So the Euro's but it's going to get absorbed by that front more than likely. See, that's what the GFS does. That's why the Euro's showing a lot more action here later in the weekend, early week. The GFS has been absorbing our system into that front, whereas the Euro has been kicking it out a little bit on its own ahead of the front. So this is like Monday. But here's that big front coming down. And that's why our system isn't stalling, and that's why it's moving off to the northeast. So makes sense, right? Hey, what's up there, Eric? How's it going? Razor lost 2 games by 1 run, Eric. Man, that is not good. Not good. Lake Pontchartrain. Yeah, let's talk about that. What are we talking about? Rain? Well, I got the rain. I thought we did. Rain totals. Here's another map. This is a H Wharf map showing. This is Monday morning. So the H Wharf is indeed showing rains on Monday morning, kind of like the Euro. So there's your H Wharf for Monday morning. So if you're along the east seaboard, Carolinas, Virginia, northward Maryland area, Delaware, all them, Cape Cod, Rooney. We could have action Sunday night and Monday. And we've been talking about a lot about that with what we could get Sunday night with the Euro especially. So check this out. So this is kind of an idea what you can expect. And then we're going to talk about the storm here. But here's what the Euro's been cooking. Here's the winds, landfall, if there is such a thing. Sloppy eastern sided systems, it's immaterial to look at like landfall because so much of the action's on the east side. But anyway, there's your winds. You get pretty gusty winds whipping in New Orleans. Now, I'm going to show you some surge maps. I guess we could look at high tides. Oh, we do have tides on this thing. I think. I think there's tides. Tide forecast. Yep. Okay, I clicked it. There it is. I think that's it. Is that it? Tide forecast. Oh, look at that. All right, so let's take a look. Ooh, look at that. That's sexy. I learn something new every day. Look at that. Tide. Low tide at 1 a.m. So this is Friday, 8 p.m. tonight. Landfall is expected tonight and tomorrow morning. So technically, this is Saturday, 4 a.m. High tide, 10:22 a.m. So they're off a little bit. That's 10:22 today, 1 hour. So we're looking at Saturday. Doesn't go out that far. We got low tide tomorrow. Well, low tide at 12, so it's going to be rising tide. But it's still neat. You can play around with that. That was our problem with Ada. This is Friday, 5 p.m. High tide at 1:30 p.m. So we're getting kind of close here. So this is today. So we got a high tide here in lower Louisiana. Probably higher up here we go. Look, it's just so crazy how different it could be. There's 4 p.m. So the entrance to Lake Pontchartrain here at 4 p.m. High tide at 4 p.m. at Chef Menteur Pass. Is that good French? Chef Menteur. So we can have high water. This is 5 p.m. predicted by the Euro tonight. We'll see. GFS kind of coming in. You see the wind direction, so that's interesting. We'll see, right? That might be something to point out later on. 4 p.m. tides. I don't know. I don't know if there's a flood up there or not. Let you guys tell me. But this is tonight, 4 or 5 p.m. high tide, 4 p.m. We'll see what that means. But back to what we can see overnight. So here's that swath of winds we were talking about. So here's Sunday, 2 p.m. It sped up a little bit. This originally was Sunday night. It's speeding up a little bit. But here's Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, afternoonish. Still could be a lot of winds here in Atlanta. And as it exits the coast here early Monday morning, here's 7 a.m. So that's what we're watching on Monday morning. Could be, deepening pressure here still for the Outer Banks. So GFS is showing our system get merged with our front. So that's a huge difference. Euro, this is Monday morning, GFS. So just keep that in the back of your mind if you live in the Carolinas. We could have that happen. All right, so we got the rain down. Let's take a look at what it looks like right now, and then we'll check out the Hurricane Hunters, take a little break. Here's current satellite imagery on Weather Nerds. Tia, what's up? Yeah, I wish so that, hope that made sense. Oh, does I'm just comic relief and timeouts. Shelly's great. She protects me from. Hey, Nikki, thanks for the information there. Chef Mentor. Hey, John, I don't think so. I think it's overdone. But if you look at the H-Wharf, let's go back to the H-Wharf real quick. H-Wharf's been pretty darn good. Here's Monday morning on the H-Wharf 12Z. Where the hell's winds? We got 850. What do we got? IR, water vapor, zoom core, pressure, P-watt, radar, 10 mono. Oh, there we go. 10 meter winds. Kind of hard to tell with this one, but you can still see it. So the fact that the H-Wharf's showing it too, I think the Euro's onto something. H-Wharf did pretty good last year. So this could be Monday morning. A lot of moisture off the coast Monday morning. Simulated IR kind of shows the story. Water vapor will be good. So yeah, I mean there's but the storms are going to be going away. But this is still early morning hours, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So watch for that on Sunday night going into Monday morning for sure. I think the front's too far behind. I think the GFS is off on that one. I think the storm's going to accelerate ahead of the front, and rather than getting absorbed into the front. So anyway, camping during the storm. Hey, what's up, Whitney? I thought you said you were working. Tim, it's very moist. Here come a couple other graphics, important graphics. All right, so here's your current surge forecast, right? We'll leave it there for a second. These are experimental, of course. Surge is the greatest unknown of storms. So much depends on the final track. A mile shift here, a mile or two shift makes such a big difference. So take it for a grain of salt, but it's close. Ali, good morning from Panama. Hey, listen, by the way, welcome to all the new people, all our old people. I know a lot of people take the winter time off. We were live every day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do it. We talk weather. We talk about everything. Camping in Gatlinburg. Yeah, you're going to get windy Sunday night. But it'll be nice Monday, Tuesday. So go see, go hang out Margaritaville. That's where we stay at. Ken, it's very humid in South Florida, but it might dry up a little bit because we got a high pressure building over top of us. So that'll make a little drier, at least moist. Not cooler, just less moist. Hey, Michelle. Hi. I wish you could play Watermelon Sugar High. That's my... hey, Stephanie, what's happening? Pensacola Beach. Boy, it's going to be wet. Some of you guys are old. I didn't mean that like that, Telford. You know that. So there's your current surge. Another map that I got here, which is important. This little map right here. Why did I put it down there? Oh, no, I screwed up. I got to fix that real quick. Hang on. I'll do a little editing on the fly here. I put the rain map above my surge map. Should it be here? So we'll do that, and we'll make it easier to do the do. Now watch, my surge maps are going to be where they belong, right here. Okay, so here's surge, right underneath it, CERA, right here, this one right here, CERA, right here, that one right there, see it, CERA, just click on it, and you get a live interactive look at surge, which is kind of cool, man, kind of sexy. So there's the latest. Light blue's close to 4 foot. So again, this is experimental, but you know, Mobile Bay, 5, 6. So you can play around with that. I'm not, like I said, it's not 100% always right, but it does give you an idea what to expect surge wise. So it's kind of neat. It's a cool site for sure. So I like that one. Good morning, Steve from Pensacola. You're fixing to get wet. Big time. Big time. All right, let's look at the storm. Let's see what the storm's doing. All right, so the hurricane hunters are out there. You can follow along on tropicaltidbits.com. They are in the mission right now, low-level reconnaissance, and still having a hard time finding the center. Bunch of little vorticities out here, very little wind, so still looking sloppy, ugly. I love this map. Well, there's a couple maps I love. This is the original so we basically got this trough axis, they call it, which is like a ugly mess if you're trying to find a center or organization. So. But we do have some broad 850 spinning up a little bit right here. You can see it. Darker red right here. That little guy right there. 500 is catching up a little bit. Last time I checked. 500 millibars is the middle of the atmosphere, and it's right here. So it's trying. It's trying real hard. It's coming together. Little guy's going to make it. Or it's a girl, Claudette. Here's there's our little surface low. You can see it, right? There's a couple of them, though. So we got BOGO. We joke about this all the time, but hey, it wouldn't be tropics without drawing BOGO. I don't know what it is about our page, but we've had BOGOs all year long. James, it feels like we just picked off. I know, man. This is like Groundhog Day, James. Sometimes I'm like, what are we going to talk about next? Then it's like 10 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, it's 9:54 now. But anyway, we got spinning vorticities down there. The one in the north is likely they're going to be the one that's going to take over. 500 millibar, it's trying hard to close off. Right now it's not. 700 it's kind of. The main convection is definitely tied to the one that's just off the coast of Tampa Bay, right here. Boom. So that apparently is the one that they are marking as the one to watch. 8 o'clock advisory came out. So remember, we don't get a new cone at 8. We only get an updated. I wonder why they don't have a. There it is, right there. We don't get a new cone at 8 or 2. We only get a cone at 11 and 5 Eastern. But there's the estimated placement. Now we can click. Watch 2691. I love Earth maps. Watch. Click on that. 2692. So I was off a little bit, but where's 91 at? 91. Oh, they actually have it way up here. Wow. Anyway, that's kind of where they guesstimated it at, 2691. But anyway, we'll see about that. I don't know. It seems like it's a little east. But anyway, so that's the general area that they got. Convection again is not looking the greatest. Let's go to Weather Nerds. Well, let's look at this little guy. This is a good one. Then we'll go to Weather Nerds. This is kind of cool because you see daylight popping up, but we're starting to get some bubble. Definitely getting some Jimmy Buffett bubble. You get a little spin here too. You can start to see it. right here. We're starting to see a little bit of wrapping up. Let's go to Weather Nerds and click on, we'll zoom in on it and see here. I don't think I want to see that one. Let's go to radar. Now let's not see that one. Let's go back. We'll just zoom right in. This is another little mess. Look at that. This is the MSV that popped up overnight. Look at this sucker. If you're living up that neck of the woods, that was pretty strong overnight storms. Popped in down from Canada. Hey! But this is the one we're going to look at. Weather Nerds, check it out. So definitely a big blobby mess. Getting its game on. Getting a lot of lightning. Airing itself out. So that's what we got. A lot of moisture. A lot of lightning. You know, like they're telling everybody, you know, we get a lot of shear in the upper atmosphere that's coming on all different directions like this. You know, we could get some spin up water spout tornadoes. So Dale, you need to retire. What's up, buddy? Hey, Ashley. Tamron, what's up? Very moist blob, Ryan. That is the official forecast. Power outages for sure. Yes, definitely. Anytime you get saturated soils like we got right now, a lot of these areas have got hit hard with rain the last few weeks. So it doesn't take a lot of wind to knock down trees, and those trees knock down power lines. So for sure. All right, so there's that. Let's take a look at some visible stuff, but definitely getting a little more organized. And you can see the supercells here blowing up. And it's just trying. We can go to another satellite here. Let's look at cyclonic weather. We could look at red, green, blue, which I love. You can see a little more on the lower level. Might be a little too early in the morning. Yeah, it's not caught up to daylight yet. I love the red, green, blue satellite. You can see the lower level clouds so well. And you can kind of see the spin trying here. Coming around. You can see it starting to take shape a little bit. So this will be kind of interesting to watch. Hey, Stephen, wind speeds are very questionable right now. The H-Wharf is agreeing with the Euro, but you could definitely get some, this is Sunday morning, or Sunday night into Monday morning. This is Monday, 7 a.m. GFS is saying no way, so it's not 100%, but the Euro kind of is. So, you know, if this pans out, you know, it could be pretty dang windy across the Carolina coast into the Outer Banks. I mean, this is, you know, something to watch. Euro's been very consistent. You know, these are wind gusts, but still, that'll definitely drive in the waves and the swells to the Outer Banks here. So that's, you know, this is Monday noon. Echo Top Heights. I don't have a good site for that. I gotta get that. I don't know if does Weather Nerds have that. The one site that I was using was down this morning. I don't know. I'll have to look. I gotta look. Sorry for the long yawn. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta find a good site for those that I could click on. Hey, Patrick, European model. Well, all the models are kind of blah. They're not really showing much. We could look at some ensembles, but here's last night. This is tropicaltidbits.com, and you know, weak low pressure, middle Louisiana, landfall tonight. GFS, same thing. None of the models are expecting much, so that's good news. Doesn't have the time to organize, so you know, we're looking at a weak low. Ryan, the Midwest has been hot this year. Basically, the jet stream has just been parked a little higher to the north. And we've been getting this kind of subtropical jet blowing in the hot air. Very hot, I know. Death Valley hit 128 yesterday, I think. Panama City, you know, they extended our tropical storm watch area. Might be close to Panama now. I don't even know. Not there yet. But there's our blue is the tropical storm warning areas. So they did extend it. And remember the cone? The cone is the center of the storm. So you might be wondering, how do we have tropical storm warnings outside the cone? Well, the cone is just the center of the storm. That's where the center is going to go. So if the center goes there, the system is just extremely wide. So all this pushes up with it. So that's why we can have tropical storm warnings outside the cone. The cone is just the center of the low pressure area. So anyway, hey, you're from Zephyr Hills, home of the water that we live on. Rocky, yes. Guess what? Spaghetti models are back. They must have been protesting. The spaghetti models were they took the week off. Now they're back. So they're back with a vengeance. Look at that. I mean, that is unity, man. It doesn't get much better than that. So timing, listen, the squall lines are already there. So I mean, it's starting to happen now. There's no more questions. This is now whether or not it gets a closed low and actually becomes tropical. It would need some sort of west winds in order to become named. It's already got the winds with it, but until we get an actual little bit better closed low, but it's close now. You could argue, but we'll let the hurricane hunters figure that out. They'll let us know. But like I said, the effects are the same regard. We go to wind alert. Let's take a look at that. Let's see if we got any buoys out there showing any winds. There's some winds. Sustained winds here, 29. That's about back where it's at. This is middle of the Gulf, mid Gulf buoy. So not really a wind event. We could definitely get some supercells to worry about, and that obviously would be more than just sustained winds. It would be so I mean, all right, just for example, I mean, it's only one model of many, but so into tonight. Look, this is 10 o'clock tonight. This is just one little significant tornado parameter on the H-Wharf, but the color usually indicates the conditions are a little favorable for that to happen. So tonight, some of the H-Wharfs predicting, throughout the day that, we could have water spouts down there coming up from the Gulf, and lifting up into the state. This is 8 a.m. tomorrow. So, for sure, we could get a tornado watch. This could be tonight, so pay attention to that. It could extend into tomorrow. This is noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow. So, definitely, tornadoes happen with these systems. So definitely, definitely watch that. Could be a lot of shear. So pretty much like that. Through tomorrow, at least, and then we'll see what Sunday brings. So, let's see what else we got. Pinellas County impact, Sarah. I think that. Oh my God! Somebody's brought up Waffle House. Hey, Mirtha, thanks. Pinellas County would be kind of like it was yesterday. Man, it's really gloomy out there right now. It's crazy. We have no sunshine. In fact, I did have this up. Let me close the windows so we don't blow up my computer here. We haven't had a Chrome alert. There it is. There's current. Well, let's do a current one. That was when I went live. We got a little more daylight. We should be a little more daylight. There you go. So all these, all this coming in from the Gulf is kind of clouding up Florida Peninsula. Not a lot of moisture with it. But we could get some daytime heating later today. Remember, the flow today is like it was yesterday. We got high pressure, so anything building in the Gulf will probably come in straight up from the south or south west a little bit and be the same pattern as we saw yesterday. So there'll be some isolated rains along the Florida West Coast this afternoon, but I don't think there will be as much as there was yesterday because our system's starting to consolidate a little bit. But a ton of moisture in the atmosphere to work with. Bay News 9 has a great map showing the amount of precipitable water in the atmosphere. And there you go. Lots of juice. African dust is not a factor. Dry air did not end up coming in like I thought. Yesterday we had a lot more of it. It kind of, I've heard old school weather gurus talk about systems creating their own moisture field. And that's kind of what we saw with this system. We had this old lingering front here, and it kind of got wrapped up into it. And so far, the moisture is bubbling and pushing out the dry air. So the dry air, if it, yesterday was starting to inject a little bit, well, today it's not. So that's that. The one thing this doesn't have is time. Time is not on its side. So if you're worried about a serious storm, don't be, because it's not going to have time to. What did you send me, Shelly? Shelly's sending me links. Oh, that's a cool link. Look at that. It's like the devil. Look at red. Shelly bringing out her dark side. That's a good map, though. No, that's a good cloud map. Coffee's cold. It's 10:08. Hey, am I getting stronger over land, Steven? Euro saying it, can't discredit my trusty old H-Wharf here. So, what happened? Where'd she go? There we go. How'd I end up in no name 4E? Where the hell am I? I need a geography lesson. All right, so 1006, H-Wharf. So the Euro's showing 999 millibar here. So, I don't know. Strength. We've seen systems strengthen over land in the past. Put it that way. Euros are, I think the H-Wharf is correct with the Euro. We're going to have this thing beat the front, and Sunday night into Monday for the Mid-Atlantic will be a little windy and some like, what the heck? Where the heck did that come from? So if you're drinking your morning coffee Monday, hey, we'll be live Monday. That's only 2 days from now. So we'll get an official forecast Monday. We'll get some Outer Bank folk, Ocracoke folk. What do they call you guys in Ocracoke? Ocracoke folk. Hey, Jamie, there's two centers because it's kind of an old trough line. They call it, like a wave axis. What am I going on Google Voice for? So it's more just this axis, this tropical. They always show it with little dots, like one of these little guys. But it's just because there's multiple vorticities. Now, listen, what happened with what the hell is the B name storm? We just had Bill, kill Bill. We had the same setup with Bill off the Atlantic coast. We had a frontal boundary that looked just like this on the Atlantic coast. One of these little vorticities took over and spun up quick. But that's the same setup as Bill. Real ugly. We just got this wave axis, they call it right here. And, it's just ugly. The upper level low yesterday, definitely had a little more shear than expected. But hey, if you're looking at this, you start to see it and say, hey, you know what? If it looks like a tropical Claudette. Daisy, well, the Florida Panhandle is going to get a lot. Question is going to be Panama, Destin area, how much, but Florida Panhandle a lot. And the peninsula isolated. The next couple days are pretty dry. As a matter of fact, because we have high pressure building over top of the Florida Peninsula, today, here's the official rains. Well, there you go. There's that. Now remember, that's a quarter of an inch, but you can see there. Now watch what happens tomorrow. Can you see that? So tomorrow, there's the rain this Saturday. There's our tail. That's going to be around on Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday. Now things start juicing back up. This is Monday. Here comes that front again. And guess what? More rain. Monday, Tuesday. So it's kind of a double whammy. And that's kind of old school. You can click on this other one I got. I got a cooler one. I don't know why I don't use it. Well, I don't have one. National Weather Service has one. Animated day 7. This is a good one to use too. You can look at this one. I like it. 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 Like it. Like it. Boom. 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 This is Saturday and Sunday. You know, you just follow along. It's day 1 to day 7. Here's that front coming down now. This is Tuesday. Early morning Tuesday. Midday Tuesday. So double whammy with the rains. I'm sorry to say. Anyway, so hey, there's a bazillion thanks. I appreciate the thanks. I wish I could answer every one of these comments. It's very tough. You know, we hit 44,000 people during Dorian on our chat. It was unbelievable. Thank you, Beth Hopkins. I appreciate that. I do want to share something. Just, you know, the number one theme that I saw this season was don't share anything past a couple days. I know that long range modeling gets a lot of people in trouble, and I've been doing it forever, and I'm not going to stop doing it because I love doing it, but I froze. Where the hell did it go? It's waited. Man, we've been talking about this forever. Jesus, man, this system. Oh, I know which one it was. Okay, here it is right here. All right, so I love talking long range topics, and we've been doing this forever. And you know what? The models get better and better and better and better and better, and there's more models now. The GFS got an upgrade. The Icon's become a great model. You know, learning the ensembles more. JMA, Canadian model. So anyway, so this was a post that I did June the 7th. Okay, what I want to show you is this. This is crazy. June the 7th, right here. This is when I posted it. Watching tropics. Got a tropical wave now that's near Central America, marked by NHC. There's another spot Pacific. All this is tied to generating lower pressures in the next week. Enhanced MJO will be helping it. Could see low pressure turn up into the Gulf after the weekend. So that indeed happened. But this is what's amazing. This was an estimate. This is, I forget if it's GFS or Euro. I don't even know. Probably Euro. But this is an estimated look at the IR satellite for 6/16. So, you know, this was on June the 7th. This was a 6/16 estimated look at what we could see as far as satellite goes. So yesterday I pulled up 6/16 satellite, and look, that was the satellite for 6/16. So that is crazy for me to think. Let me see if I can do it like this here. Pull it up. It's just, you know, I didn't predict it. Nobody predicts anything. Everybody looks at the same models, but let me pull it. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll even get even cooler here. We'll pull it up like this. I just think it's fascinating. I don't know. I just think it's fascinating. All right, so this one hit a home run. Just look at that. I mean, come on. There's no fortune teller in the world, but that's pretty much, you know, 10 days out, that was the estimated satellite look. And look, that was real-time satellite on 6/16. So, you know, it's kind of cool, man. It even had the front right. But anyway, so, you know. And listen, so, yeah, all these screen layers, getting fancy. That's pretty neat, right? But listen, so all these tools, like I pay for this site, Weather Models. There's another one I pay for a couple of them. I use Weather Models a lot when I'm live because it works good. But, you know, everybody's got the same access to the same data, right? So it's just all how you present it and what you choose to present, right? So there's no fortune tellers out there that can predict. everybody uses the same stuff, you know. So, but I appreciate you guys joining. We got 1 million plus, man. It's awesome. So we're starting to get some bubble. And me, if I had some cloud tops, I could. Those are definitely increasing. So that's what we're watching. Big storms brewing. Big storm brewing. Right. So big storm brewing. All right. So let's keep an eye on that. Everything's on the site that you need. We know the rain's coming. We know the flood potential. We know the surge potential in spots. We know high tide could affect storm tide, they call it. Storm tide is what affected Pinellas County during Eta. Surge plus tide. And there you go. So we'll get a new track update at 11 a.m. We'll see what they say. Won't be much, probably. They won't adjust much, I don't think. Because it's going to be over by tomorrow. Tonight. Landfall tonight. So cool beans. All right, well, everything's good here. We will not be live tomorrow because by tomorrow morning it's already going to be landfall. So I'll be updating out all day today as needed. There's nothing else in the tropics to talk about, which is great. You know, we always get this early season start, then like a little lull through early July. Let's hope that's the case. I'm going camping in a week, so it better happen, or I'll be pissed. A couple waves being, picked up long range, but these are, again, too early in the season. This is the wave that we saw come off of Africa. Let's take a look at that real quick. So, no, that's not the one. There's another one. Kind of tied to it. But anyway, so these are a little early in the season. A lot of dust, so this time of the season you get a lot of shear down here, and you get a lot of dust coming off of Africa. So look at that arrow; that one didn't look too good. So kind of early in the season to be looking here. You're still looking homegrown. If you look at climatology for July, things start to pick up a little bit here. This is July history of storms. Not a lot. There's always this little lull in July, but there you go. That's typical. Nothing out here yet. Here's our map, and you can kind of see a little uptick here for some reason in early June. We get a little spike, a little bit, not a big spike. You get all these little spikes, but anyway, things don't start ramping up until August through November. That is our season, big season. Cool. Water temp maps. See how they're inching up. 83, 84. I know that definitely heating up fast. We talk about it all the time. I don't get wrapped up in these sea surface temperatures because they swing up and down, but it's the ocean heat content that's more important, and that's what builds. We get these cold fronts come down, it chills out the sea surface temperature, but the bottom temperature is the ocean heat content's what's important. But it is warming up fast. And we do have a loop eddy. Potentially could help going on right now. I think it's smack dab going over right now, actually. So whether or not that's going to help it or not, that's just a little bit more warm water underneath. And you can see this really well on satellite. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Well, you kind of see it. It's all getting so hot now that it's you kind of make it out a little bit right here, a little bit of extra hot water. You can see it really good here on the heat potential map, though. So this is what's heating up. This is the fuel that tropics need to really get going. So it's plenty hot enough for anything to happen. So, right? Cool. So again, listen, hey Colin, yep, HRR is awesome, and you can get it free right here. I got it linked to Levi's site. So if you go up here, important thing you got to know though, it kind of sucks. It's if you don't know what I mean. See, 13Z is running right now, and it's only run through 13 hours. Okay, so you always rewind to 12Z, the last one. Now, little trick this year, the HRR model, the 12Z, 00Z, 18Z, 6Z, 4 times a day, that goes out 48 hours. It's like heaven on earth, because I love the HRR for short-term modeling. I usually use HRR, then I go to NAM. NAM seems like it misses concentration of showers, so the NAM's good to see. At least if you got a few dots, you know that it's on the same board as the HRR. But the HRR did just run, and you can go up 48 hours. This is tomorrow morning. Things get a little juicy down here, I'm telling you. Got that tail down the Gulf, got to watch. Got some squall lines. This is potential. Could be rough stuff here tomorrow, I'm telling you. And then that little tail is going to inch its way across the Florida Panhandle throughout the day tomorrow. And then here's Sunday. There's a second whammy. Sunday morning. It stops 12Z, but look. There's that tail feeding up. And it's probably going to end up bending up a little bit as this exits. So, there you have it. Hey, happy Father's Day. Hey, thank you. Say hey to Mason there, Shelly. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We're going camping. Spent $200 at ABC yesterday, but that's for our July 4th trip. I like to show off, even though we don't drink. I mean, I like to put it all out there on the table. So, all right, cool. So anyway, yeah, hey, Colin, great. Have a great day. If you're in the area and you're flooded out, man, I hate to hear it. At least this won't be too big of a wind event, but still got to watch these squalls coming in off the Gulf, I'm telling you. Could be pretty nasty. So that's coming, unfortunately. So stay safe, right? Cool, Martin. Hey, you're going to subscriber. Thanks. $5, man. Can't even buy a beer for $5. No, but seriously, Facebook supporters, you know, it's a big deal on our page. The coolest thing about it is one of the coolest things. Shelly will say it's the coolest thing. We have a private little chat room that Shelly maintains very well. So it's a moderated chat room for our supporters, and it's all weather people that are weather groupies. It's our groupies. We're a bunch of weather groupies. So if you want a cool place to hang with your other fellow coneheads, then check it out. Plus you get a lot of other cool stuff too. So, all right, that's it for me. Taking the dogs to the vet, and I'll be updating all day. Pretty much, this is so. If you've been hanging with us on the page for a while, we do a lot of build up towards a storm, it seems like, and then once the NHCs comes out with all their cool graphics and updates, you know, I really can't do much more as far as opinion wise, because it's pretty much solid. So I'll update throughout the day, but I think we kind of know what we got. The big question mark is going to be Carolina's on Sunday night and the Monday morning, if they actually do get some surprise wins. So that's the big question mark. And obviously coming across Atlanta, you know, Georgia in the mountains earlier Sunday will be something to watch. And if we get any surprise storms here in Florida today, it'd be nothing more on the peninsula than like normal afternoon stuff. I mean, you can see sporadic stuff. I mean, you know, but you can see it kind of dries up a little bit. There's a little bit going to Big Bend area. But like I said, we got high pressure building over Florida right now. In fact, let's take a look at it on the Storm Prediction Center. Remember, flood potential's high. Watermelon sugar high. So let's see here. And let's see some mesoscale analysis. See if our high pressure is creeping in. There it is. I see it. So yep, high pressure is building across Florida as we speak a little bit more. So it's gonna build and push its way across the state. So Anyway, cool beans. Hey, David Berryhill, what's up, man? You're going to get some possible stormy action. Sports talk. Hey, happy Father's Day. What kind of sports you do, man? So that's it. James, are you still there? We got softball this weekend, man. I'm excited. We love, and here's weekend highlights for Emily. I always share the highlights from the weekend before. James, hey, I knew you'd be here. So this is cool beans right here, right? So we're behind. Emily hits a 2-run RBI here to the fence. Scores 2, which is great. Not hit the fence. And then she had 6 strikeouts. Now check out this ball. Watch this. Oh, nasty. Change up outside. Now watch this one. This is a curveball outside. Boom! Look at that freaking thing curve. You ever seen anything like it? That's like a spaghetti model, man. That's like coming at you and then watch. Boom! I don't know how your little wrist does this thing. And her changeup's sick. That one was a little high curveball. And then that was strikeout 3. There's her changeup. Ooh, it just falls right in there. There's a walk of shame. Strikeout 5. Little curveball. She's big on her curveballs. And then last one right here. So her changeup's sick, man. It's almost 20 miles an hour less than her fastball. I think it's 22 miles an hour less than his little defense on the mound. So there's our little highlight reel for the weekend. That's what we'll be doing, watching softball. So cool. Beans. All right. Well, these are recorded live, like Shelly says. Have a great day. Stay safe. Pay attention to your news. Remember, if you're along the upper Gulf Coast, the threat for waterspouts and tornadoes is real. And just have a good weather radio handy. And that's it. So we'll see y'all. Be good. Have a great day. Cheers.